AW, Raw, Big Daddy Kane. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I am Keith K.L. Belvin, crisis specialist, author, and educator. I pray everything is well with you. And I know it's been a little while since we have seen each other, but I have been trying to work. Actually, not trying, I have been working. I pray everything is well with you. And so, as I'm getting together this new book and new course, I guess for me, the biggest thing is it something that people need, And that's something that I think every person that creates anything thinks about, worries about, and prays that they're creating something that people are going to like, creating something that people are going to support and get behind, and of course purchase, and creating something that makes a difference. And it's a tough thing because it can mentally screw with you. Because I used to tell authors all the time, no one knows when the next bestseller has been written. You don't. No one knows when the next viral video has been created. The one thing that you do know is that if you don't put it out, it has no shot. So I think that's why anybody who does it, I think the current term is influencers. That's the term that they have given popular folk today, influencers. Um, but I think all of us are influencers to a degree. It's just a matter of how many people do we influence. Some influence more, and but I think we get caught up in looking at folks who influence more and not realizing that the few that you may influence could actually change the world. So with that said, I'm not going to stay on long. I got some work to do today, and I have a couple of counseling sessions. I wanted to talk about personal growth and spiritual transformation. And those are the things that I'm going to be really focusing on this year: personal growth and spiritual transformation, not just for myself, but that is my area of focus with the people that I'm going to be going forward with, in my counseling, in my mentoring, and in my teaching, and in my writing. It is, how do I help people with and establish and maintain personal growth, and how do I do the same when it comes to spiritual transformation? And those are two different things. I want you to clearly understand that. Personal growth is you're growing everything about you physically, um, emotionally, um, financially. Those are the things, personal growth. Spiritual transformation is connecting with your internal being and connecting that deeper to the faith you claim. Now, I happen to be a Christian, but I do know that there are many other religions on this planet, and I know that there are some people who are non religious. So, what I am offering, or what I will be offering, is not for everybody, and that's okay. I can't create for everybody, nor would I try. But for those who are of a spiritual positioning, well, your spiritual transformation, how I get closer to my faith, doesn't change on how a Muslim or a Sikh or a Hindu, or a Jewish person does for theirs. There's still certain levels to what we need to do, and one of those things, excuse me, is transparency. See, I don't care what your faith is. There are some things, there are underlining things that connects all of it. So let me explain that. Transparency is needed if you're going to grow who you are. Transparency is needed if you are going to get closer and a deeper understanding of your spiritual positioning. And these are some things that I will be discussing in a course that I'm creating, because I think what has to happen is, I think we have to have more intimate conversations that you can't have this way live. You're watching me, I can't see you, and I don't get an opportunity to interact with you. And I am an educator, a real one, a certified and documented educator with almost 25 years in a classroom. So the one thing I do know how to do is teach. And I know how to work with people. I know how to help people to gain a better understanding of a particular subject area. Well, the particular subject area in this case is personal growth and spiritual transformation. And that requires transparency. It requires transparency on my part as the person trying to help, transparency on your part as the person trying to make changes. Now, what does any of that mean? It simply means is that you have to get it out on the table. What is the problem? What is the thing or things preventing you from growing personally? What is the thing or things preventing you from getting to a deeper spiritual position? And then we got to get some work done. So we have to address, and that's why transparency is super important. Because when I'm in a counseling session, one of the first things I need to know from whoever I'm working with or the couples I'm working with is, what's wrong? Why are you here? And I want to hear it in your words. I already have some information that you've written. I don't get into a session and not come to the session without notes behind what's going on. But the reason why I ask the person or the couple to share with me is, one, I want to see how transparent they are. Hear me out. Let's rock with that for a second. And if I'm wrong, put it in the chat. All right. And if you're with me and understand what I'm saying so far, put it in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat that you're with me, that you get it. And do you agree transparency is necessary? If you do, put in the chat. Put a Y in the chat if you agree transparency is necessary. So I'm going to continue. The reason why I ask why are we here, what's wrong, is because when sitting and writing a letter, filling out paperwork, people will give me something. They'll say this is what's wrong, and that's okay. But when you got to sit across from me, or you got to sit across from me with your partner there, and we're going through everything, and now I say, tell me what's wrong. Now I get to see if you're worried about how they react. Now I get to see if you're uncomfortable with trying to get it out and allow someone to listen. And that transparency, I need that, because as I get that, now I can help shape what direction we need to go in. And any good coach, any good educator, any good therapist has to do some type of formal assessment or informal assessment. But they have to do something that gives them some insight to what they're about to do. And that's why I need transparency. You need transparency. And that works on the other side too. Let me flip that over. I have to come to the table transparent if I'm going to help you, because you need to be able to develop trust in what I do. Because often the problem persists. You realize you need help with the problem, and then you decide who can help you with the problem, and then you decide, I'm going to make the move to get help, and then you decide who's going to help you, and then you get to a position where you're ready to start working on the problem. You see all the steps that have to be taken to even get to the point of getting help? That's why it's super important that you're transparent, because we can waste so much time if you want to hold things in, or you don't want to share, or you don't want to let anybody know anything, that nothing gets done. And with personal growth, what's hard with being transparent about ourselves personally is often we don't want anybody to know the negatives. We don't want anybody to know what we're struggling with. So we keep it inwardly. We don't say anything. I get that. And I understand it. Listen, I'm a big dude. And as I used to tell students, I didn't just wake up a big dude. So I've heard the jokes, I've heard the insults, I've been in situations that could have been embarrassing, and I had to learn how to deal with me. I just happened to not let my weight prevent me from living life as I have seen other people do. Am I happy being a big guy? Sometimes, yeah, sometimes no. Do I let other people take my size and use it against me? Nah, never been. Never been an issue for me. But I do understand others who suffer from being of size. I understand people who suffer from other issues. And so the only way I can help them is when they share, when they open up and they're transparent about what it is, because then you're out there, you're raw. That's when we can start to do some things. And if you want personal change to happen, you have to get raw. You have to open up and really get at whatever it is that's preventing you from being who you want to be. And that's not easy. Personal growth is not easy. Let me just say that. It's not. But I found that if you open up to the right people, now this is key, because yes, some of you refuse to be transparent because the last time you attempted to be, somebody hurt you. First, let me apologize. There's bad people out there. Yeah, there's bad people out there, and there's no other way for me to put it. But you still have to be transparent. You still have to get past the last fool, male or female, who hurt you, and understand that to get to the level that you want to get to, you have to be willing to let the you right now that you are die. And I'm not talking about literally die. I don't want nobody committing suicide. But the you of right now, you have to let this being die so you can become the being that you see yourself becoming. And that is hard work. And that's the reason why I'm creating this course. That's the reason why I'm writing a book. And that's actually why I chose my From Gigolo to Jesus title, but change the direction of what the second book is going to be, is because I know what that personal growth and spiritual transformation looks like. That's what From Gigolo to Jesus means. I went from something negative in direction of something positive. From Gigolo to Jesus. I didn't say I became Jesus. And was I a gigolo? Well, you got to read the first book for that. But what it simply means is that going from something negative in a direction to something positive and becoming a different you along the path. So this new course, the new book and new course, is designed to help those who are ready and who are at that point that they feel they got to become something different. I am so different than what I was that sometimes it's scary. But the benefit of being different outweighs the nervousness at times. And I have to be transparent with that. And let me be very transparent. Again, it hasn't always been pleasurable trying to grow. Hasn't always been pleasurable trying to work on the spiritual side of myself. Have I made mistakes? Hell yeah. Have I did some things I shouldn't have done? Hell yeah. But what I've learned is that you own it, you address it, you speak to it, and then you move forward. Full transparency. I'm not where I want to be right now. Because my dreams have changed. And that's the other part of being transparent. When you're transparent about wanting to grow personally and spiritually, your focus on what you think you can become changes. Your dreams change. Your dreams are affected by how you see you. Your dreams are affected on how deep you're connected to your spirit. Yeah, I know you may not believe that, but when you start to have a stronger understanding of you and a deeper connection to your spirit, oh, your dreams become limitless. You literally start to say, I want the whole world. And you know what? You could have most of it, if not all of it. But it starts with a very simple thing: being transparent about where you are, being honest about what's wrong, opening up and admitting spiritually you're not where you could be. You're not even in enjoyment with where you are. So I don't know who needed to hear this today. And in the next couple of months, you're going to see me Not much more than you have been. I'm not that's was one of my commitments, is I'm not just going to be on social media as often. I will be on. I need to be consistent there, but I'm working to build some things that I think are going to help the people who really need it. But I will be on to have conversations. And hell, I'm even on TikTok now. Yeah, I'm not on TikTok like everybody else. I can't do the lip syncing, and I can't the skits. That's not what I do. I actually literally come on and have a conversation about different things, and just I like the platform because it reaches people all over the world. But I'm not into it like everybody else is. I'm there because people are there, and I want to help people. So I'm just being me. Um, I got to be very transparent, since that's the word for the day. I have a problem that other people can use other people's voice or their music or whatever, create a video or duet, have people like that, enjoy that, and the person who did the original voice or music or whatever gets no credit. I have a problem with that, especially as a former poet, an author, a person that has created. I've written 5 books and I'm working on 2 others, and I've been a part of 6 other books. To think that something I created is being used by somebody else without my permission, and I get no credit for it, and I get no restitution for it, doesn't sit well with me. Now, I do know that a lot of the sites have elicited or connected the folks to use certain snippets of their work. I would believe so. I would hope those copyright rights are in place. But so no, you won't see me on TikTok, um, recreating, like I said. But I don't knock the app. The app is fine, and if you use it for that, use it. I enjoy some of the things that I see. It's just for me personally why I don't do it. But I'm there because I want to help people. I'm on Instagram because I want to help people. I'm on Facebook because I want to help people. I'm on here on Haps, is the apps that I'm on right now, because I want to help people. And that's something that I'm doing going forward this year. I really want to help more people in the ways that I can. And I can't do that if I stay quiet. So if you're watching and you're interested in a course that connects to personal growth, that connects to spiritual transformation, if you're interested in a book or a course or something along those lines, put a Y in the chat. Just if you're interested in hearing more, just put a Y in the chat room. Say yes, and I'll keep your mind. I'll reach out privately because I'm taking my time with this. I'm in no rush. I'm looking at a early March release anyway, because I want to make sure that if I'm going to do this, it's needed, it's wanted, and it's of quality. And because I've created courses in the past for school and for other situations, but I was contracted to do those things. This I'm creating because I want to create something I think is going to help other people. In the past, I was contracted to write or to create coursework, and that was sold. Okay, they paid me for that. This here comes from the heart. This program I'm creating now is because I want to see somebody go through a personal transformation, spiritual transformation. I want to see somebody grow personally and start down a road that they really want to be on. And I want to be able to help them do that and know that I created something that helped with that. And I also want to make sure that it's of value. That's the biggest thing, that it's of value. Now, is there a price tag to it? I'm not announcing that yet. But yeah, there's a price tag to it because I'm a professional. And it's not going to be open to everybody. I'm only taking like 10 people because I want that journey and I want that opportunity to be intimate so we can really get into what each other needs and then help the group move and start where they're going to go. So that's another thing you need to be on the lookout for too. When I announce it, when I put it out there, it's only going to be the first 10 people. And that's it. Now, will there be other opportunities? We'll see. If things go well, and I think it was of value, and I think people learned something from it, I will gladly open it up again. But right now, I'm only looking at 10 people because I just really want to sit down with some folks and really work through what's going to help them become better. So, but all right, guys, listen, I'm going to get ready to go. I pray everything is well with you. I'm going to get ready to get up out of here. I got some work to do. Again, you've always heard me say this, and I'll continue to say this. Check out my girl, Chef Danielle, on Facebook. Danielle Chef Moore. Her soul food restaurant is in Brooklyn. Ethel and Annie Mae's Soul Food, 497 Albany Avenue, Brooklyn, New York, Crown Heights section of Brooklyn. Check out her page on Facebook and Instagram, Ethel, Ethel, Ethel and Annie Mae's Soul Food. Just look it up, Ethel and Annie Mae's Soul Food Kitchen. She also vacuum seals meals and mails them out around the country. She's on Uber Eats. She's on Grubhub. She's a sister that's doing all she can to serve her community, and I want to keep those doors open the best I can. Anytime I come to New York, I stop by to see her to get something to support her, because not only because she has supported me, but because I know for a fact she is giving to her community and she loves her community. And I got to get behind folks like that. And so thank you again, guys. Happy New Year. If this is the first time that we're seeing each other and you've seen me on live, Happy New Year to you. I pray everything is okay. If you are interested or need to connect with me, if you are interested in counseling sessions, or you need somebody to speak to, reach out. My link is in the bio. My discovery page. You just click the link tree link in my bio, and you can set up a discovery session. I have about three. Yeah, I have about three spots open currently. If somebody needs to set something up, I'm here. I have been building my practice, and I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm looking to extend that as we go forward into this year. So I have some plans for myself. So, but if you need me, if you need somebody to talk to, and you think that you're ready for some professional help, I'm here. This is what I do. All right. I want you to have a wonderful day, guys. God bless. T Pain, who is this? T Pain, and let me see what we got here. T Pain and Kalani. I like that. All right. I want you to have a wonderful day, guys. God bless.